Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Give to the running back.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Pulls it in. It's Richmond. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. They just keep firing. Throws for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make the play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
With the catch, it's Vincent. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turns it on down the left side. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding this, and that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here comes the option. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Vincent. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Vincent. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. grab near the sticks. It's Whitaker. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The play action fake. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Rides the back on the option to give. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
That's a backbreaker for the defense, too, because it looked like they were doing everything right, trying to defend the option there on 3rd down. Dive man, no go. Quarterback can't keep it. It was the pitch guy they just couldn't get to in time. He's barely able to pick up the first, and now the defense has to face another 1st down.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Trying play action. Fires left. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Whitaker. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. It's complete. Into their happy place for a touchdown.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They believe they can run right here. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now they'll run the draw. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Throws for the tight end, and the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing, and as a result now, 4th down.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Sends it back in motion. Off play action. On the run, still looking. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Flynn. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like you've got a great scene there today in DeKalb. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Husky Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Offense working from the pistol. The option look. He'll toss it. Got enough for the first. It's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Pulls it in. It's Vincent. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, 3rd down, touchdown.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
It's a 1st and 10. Now on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying to get the edge on the toss. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Snags it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time. As soon as he saw the QB take off, he was able to rally to him and make a nice tackle.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? On the option. He'll do it himself. And he'll take it in for a touchdown. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wants to throw on first down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll stop him short on third down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top.
4th down.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. On the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Running to Green. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.